behalf of Young Enterprise Society, we want to thank you guys for attending our workshop, Braving the Code. Our session is obviously navigating the tech space. So we'll give a brief background info about YES and who we are. We're a project management company based out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We started in 2012. Our mission is to mobilize resources. So at that time, the lack and need was for African Americans to be able to socialize in a lot of different venues that we necessarily couldn't get into, or our demographic. I graduated from University of Wisconsin Stevens Point. Q graduated from UW-Madison. So in our respective schools, we mixed and mingled with a little bit of everybody. But when we graduated and came back to Milwaukee, it was like, okay, white people party downtown, black people party on the north side, Hispanics party on the south side. So we wanted to change that. So through our connections and our resources, we were able to get people who look like us into those venues downtown that necessarily you'll walk up to the line and they'll be like, oh, there's a list. And we're like, well, you're not even holding a clipboard. How do you know it's a list? So just off our connections, just knowing people, we were able to, get people into those venues. With that, we always had a give back theme. So we would do free haircuts for kids. One of our best friends, he was a licensed barber. So we would go into local, YMCA's, Boys and Girls Clubs, middle schools, and we would, hire licensed hair technicians to give away free haircuts for kids. So, in addition to throwing the parties, we would kind of, quote unquote, wash away our sins with a good give back feel. So, like I said, with project management, we have contracts with companies such as the Brewers. We actually had their Instagram. They wanted to get more African Americans and Latinos involved with the Milwaukee Brewers, so they came to us. So over a 6-month span of us working, the handle was New Brew Crew. We had amassed over 10,000 followers. So just getting people more in tune to what the Brewers were doing and whatnot. In addition to our project management, we do STEAM programming, so science, technology, engineering, art, and math. We go into local schools, primarily high schools, but middle schools as well. And we take them through a four-step track. So the first step is the STEAM introduction. So as you see, this is one of our students at Bradley Tech. She's working with the Arduino. So we introduced them to the STEAM. The second is the business processes. So as you see on your tables, we really engulf them in the business model canvas. So we want to make sure we're teaching them how to become entrepreneurs around these STEAM disciplines. The third step is college and career readiness. And then the fourth step is project-based internships and externships. In addition, we have community orchards. So that's our community revitalization piece. So around the city, we have 5 different lots where we, you drive around the city on these vacant lots. You may see everything from mattresses to cars to tires to all type of trash. So we wanted to make sure we did our part by eliminating some of that blight within the city. So we planted apple, peach, and pear trees so that we have over 120 trees now on 5 different lots throughout the city. Just want to get back to when our grandmother in her backyard, we can go and we could just pull a plum tree or pull a plum off the tree. Rather than having our students leave our workshops, go to the corner store, get some hot fries and nachos, and then go home. They can walk past our orchard, pick some fruit off, take it home, wash it, and have a healthy snack for them to eat. And then finally is entrepreneurship. So we like to show this picture and tell this story because it's a learning experience. So we like to tell people, anybody that we come in contact with who asks us to help them, help them with their business. First thing we tell them, fail fast. So this picture here, this was a company that we started. It was called Sirens and Dandies. So as you can see, the model is wearing a handcrafted leather bag. We spent thousands of dollars on the material. We had commercials, marketing, everything we thought was great. But what we didn't do, we didn't ask our customers what they thought. So we were like, hey, we travel a lot. We like nice things. Hey, this duffel bag would be dope. So we didn't ask our customers. So if we would have asked our customers, what do you guys think that they would have said? What kind of bag was popping or would have sold?
Wheels.
Maybe a wheel.
Manageable.
Or backpack. Yep. So at the time, yep, and even now, I mean, as you see, like over behind Q and I, we're both business people and we carry backpacks. So like I said, we spent. And it still hurts me to this day. But we learned a lot. We learned. We learned that what we may want may not necessarily be what our demographic, what our audience wants. So like I said, we had had the bags, had the marketing material, and guess how many bags we sold?
2.
Who said 10? Lower.
5. 8.
Who said 5?
2.
Lower.
1. 0.
No.
0. Big fat goose egg.
Your mother didn't buy one?
No. Our mother didn't buy one. Our mother didn't. But like I said, it was a great learning experience. It's obviously a conversation piece. We can tell people, that that asking the customer exploration is very, very, very important.
So I put a lot of slides in here, so you probably won't be able to get through all of them. But when you think about tech founders, who do you usually think about? Like young white guys. So everybody know who this is on the left? Elon Musk. And then on the right? Mark Zuckerberg. So this is what most people think about founders. Anybody know who these two people are? Except for you guys. Anybody know who these people are? Nobody knows. This is Savitra Wilson. We'll come back to her, but she's one of the very, very small group of women founders, black founders who have got over $1 million in investment. She's from Louisiana, and we'll talk more about her later. And then this is Everett Taylor. He's an African-American male. He's built and sold 3 multi-million-dollar companies. Somebody also that you should look up. And again, these are all posted on our website, this whole presentation, so you'll get a chance to, if you don't take notes, you can like Google search all these people after it's done. So what do we look for in technical founders? One, you should be technical. And I know this is like something that doesn't seem logical, but a lot of people start tech businesses and don't have any technical background. So if you don't have any technical background, you need to find somebody who has some type of technical background to partner with, to work with you, because it's very hard to start an app and you don't know how to code, because even if you get $100,000 to pay somebody to do it, then what happens when that needs maintenance? What happens when something goes down? And then in addition to that, you don't want to be dependent on anybody to run your business, especially when you're getting started, because what if they start working on your business? What if they just steal your code? It's a lot of things that can go wrong, so you at least need a baseline technical knowledge. You need to be business-minded. If that's not you, have someone who can work with you on it. I'm a very good back-end person, but Khalif is a very good face of the business. I found out that I needed that through another experience called MKE Network. Be risk takers, but not risky. Like, you don't want to be a janky person. Like, nobody trusts janky people. But you need to know how to take risks, and that's manage risk. And then the last thing is be gritty. So we're going to go into all of these, we're going to kind of go backwards. So grit is courage and resolve, strength of character. So we were in Escuela Verde Southeast on Thursday, and this is a quote, and I love it. It said, if you are afraid of failure, you don't deserve to be successful. If you don't take the risk, like why should you be granted something good if you're not scared to take the risk on it? If you don't believe in yourself enough to be broke, like I don't want you to be successful. I remember when I was broke living in Houston, and I had to, find ways to get money. I had to work odd jobs. I had to do what I had to do. So why should you be successful? And you like, no, I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna do it sometimes. I'm gonna part-time it. You don't deserve it. Like you really don't deserve it. So if you look at this is in a Slack group I'm in. If you don't know what Slack is, you should get acclimated to it. But this is Kelly Fitzsimmons. So she's like the #1 tech entrepreneur woman in the state. But she goes through. So everybody in the Slack group is posted on like how you failed and what you did good. So she's on startup number 6 now. One of them she sold to her partner for $1, so obviously she didn't make any money. This other one, she took $5 million in personal guarantees out. So it took her a long time to bounce back from that. But again, you need your grit. Like, you have to have courage. You got to keep going because you can fail. You will fail. It's just something that will happen, but you got to keep going. Be business minded. This is a course I advise everybody to take. It's Udacity EP 245, How to Build a Startup. It's a free course. It's free. All you got to do is log in and you can take the course. I took it 4 times. The first time I just was scrolling through, I wasn't really paying attention. The next 2 times and the last time I really start to understand it. But it'll help you to understand how to build your business and then how to do it in a way to where you're learning on the fly and you're not spending so much time and money into business plans and to trying things. Also, the business model canvas, which you'll have, if we get some time at the end, we'll go through that. But the business model canvas is another one because it's like a business plan all on one sheet. We've done that all the way from 6-year-old to 70-year-old, and everybody gets it. Next thing is a design sprint. Anybody know what a design sprint is? So a design sprint is a process. It was originated by Google, and it allows you to take a problem and then you throw out every answer. So if somebody, we're going to do just a very, very quick one. Throw out a problem that's solvable by a business. A problem? Anybody have a problem this morning? Nobody?
Annoying customers.
Say it again.
Annoying customers.
Annoying customers. Okay, so you have annoying customers. Okay, think about all the ways, just shout them out, ways we can handle annoying customers. We could kidnap them and throw them back in the truck. Keep throwing them out. Go ahead. Huh?
Hang up.
Hang up? Okay, hang up on the customers. Keep going.
Put your business online.
Ask them the problem. Good job. What'd you say?
Put your business online so you don't have to talk to them.
Put your business online. Automated. What else? Anybody like AI, like customer service, automation? Okay, so say you only had $200. How would you solve that problem for your annoying customers?
You said, say it again.
You got $200. Yeah, how you gonna solve that problem of your annoying customers?
I'm not going to pay them.
So how do your customers annoy you? What do they do?
Well, I own a t-shirt business, and I have some of my customers become my friends. And I think that's where I mess up at. Because then they start using my phone number instead of the website that I created. They start doing all kinds of things, and then they'll tell you what they want. I'll give them a price, and they'll call me back. Oh, and I want this too. We didn't talk about that.
Have contracts.
And they annoying.
Very annoying.
Then you do the survey to see what's the problem with concerns that they're having. So then you're not using anybody, and you can see why they're annoying.
Yeah.
So that's what design sprints do. They get everybody in the room, and you figure out a problem, and you see which ways you can do it, like out the box. Then you kind of bring it down to ways that's within your means. So search that, and then traditional universities. If you want to go get your MBA from Cardinal Stritch, I would encourage that too. Again, this is a canvas. We'll go through that if we have time. If you're not technical, there are a couple different ways in the city that you can. You can go to Dev Code Camp. It will charge you a lot of money, but it's an investment. There's somewhere between $10,000 and $15,000 to go through a code camp, and you're not guaranteed a job thereafter. They have another program called IC Stars. It was based in Chicago, and IC Stars will give you the technical training, and their training is free to the participants that are in the program. I think they accept 20 per year. I spoke at one of their T sessions, so there's another program. Code Academy is a free online course. A couple of our students from the Hmong American Peace Academy went through Code Academy, and the higher levels you get, they'll charge you, but they'll teach you how to code for free. They have Python, Java, HTML, etc. And the last one is Flatiron. They have a curriculum. It's a code boot camp, so they do charge, but they have a curriculum specifically for people of color. Like, it's specific for there. And with Flatiron, they have, I think, a 98 or 99% acceptance rate or placement rate for jobs after you go through the program. Now, funding sources. Everybody know what bootstrapping is? You taking money, you put it back into your business. You taking money, you putting it back into your business. We had a speaker come in named Todd. What's his last name? Dunsern. And Todd, he took his business, what he started was in the medical field, and what he would do was he would connect different devices together. And at first he said it was like really kind of janky the way they did it, but then they built software around that. So all his money he would just put back into his business, and then he ended up selling both of them, made over tens of millions of dollars on doing that. So you can not get an investment and just keep reinvesting in yourself. Business plan competitions, the state of Wisconsin has a good one. You can win money to invest in your business. Pitch competitions, we did Project Pitch It, and we were awarded $10,000 from that program. Angel investing, we'll get to that, and venture capital a little more, and then friends and family. If you do have, some friends, some people with a lot of money, you can always pitch to them. It's not the easiest thing, but if you do, you should go start there first. So what angels and venture capitalists look for? They want strong funders. They want somebody who they can give the money to, who's going to be resilient, who's going to work hard at it. They want you to have customers. It's like if you're already making money, it's easy to go to someone and say, invest in me, because they know they can get their money back. Same thing with revenue. If you haven't money come in, do that. And sometimes customers are not revenue. So like if you got Facebook, their customers, originally we talk about clients and customers, we won't go into that, but if they have 1 billion people on their platform, they're not paying Facebook, but they're paying them through the advertising revenue. Also, they want an opportunity to help. If they put money into your business, they're going to be like over you, really. So they're going to say, we want this done, we want this to look like this, I'm going to put my people in. It's one VC, and what he does is he'll take a business, he's going to put $2 million in it and sell it for $50 million. He did the same thing with Zywave in like the 90s. So he uses that model. But when he puts the money into your business, he places somebody in your business to run your business. They scale it up, they'll sell your business, you make some money, and walk away. They also want to see an exit strategy. They're only putting money into your business so that they can make a lot of money back. So when the guy says he put $2 million in and selling for $50 million, he's not trying to make like $100,000 back on his $2 million. He's trying to make like $10 million on that. So you're not supposed to keep your business. So if you want to hold this onto your baby, you probably don't want to take investment because they're only looking to sell the business to make their money back. So these are some of the local lists, and again, I'll let you guys Google those because these are on the website, but these are just different ones that you can pitch to see if they'll invest in you. This is Teresa Esser. She's one of our speakers, and this is her ideal entrepreneur. This is what she said: honest, diligent, motivated, hardworking, trustworthy, and comfortable in his or her own skin. So now we go to the community. So the national resources, if you not on like meetup.com, you should always look for those. So meetup.com, wherever you go in the country, in the world, they tell you, so say you're interested in basket weaving. You type in basket weaving, it'll give you like places where people come and meet up for basket weaving. Slack is another good one. We use our Slack channel. We're on there pretty much every day sending information to each other. And that could be the latest funding, it could be an event going on, etc. Google and NASA patents. So you can license NASA's patents for free. So like if you go on NASA's website, they have a list of all their patents that they don't use that you can license and use for free. So you don't have to do the research about it. You can just have to find a way to market what they have. So the bulletproof vest came out of NASA, memory foam came out of NASA, and these are things you can do for free. Google has every patent that's I know at least in the US, you can use. So if patents are out of there, I think it's 20-year period, maybe 10, 20-year period, you can use those for free. So you don't also all the time have to have the idea, you just might know how to market it. And then the last thing, I'll let Khalif talk about it for a second, Afrotech.
Yeah, so Afrotech is the largest convention of tech entrepreneurs. So I was fortunate enough to go back in 2018, first week in November, and it's mind blowing. I mean, just to have so many successful African Americans and Latinos in one space. So I think this year they got over 3,000 attendees. So it's a ton of different workshops, ton of different events, a lot of different resources. Very, very valuable to your business and on a personal level as well.
So local resources, startup MKE, that's where kind of all the convergence of startups, and whether you're in tech or you're just a new business, it's a good place to go. On blackintech.com, they have meetups. They're usually in Chicago, but they have a good network of tech entrepreneurs. The Blueprint program, which Khalif talked about next, which is our program. Biz Starts, and then Forward Fest is the largest tech festival in Wisconsin. It's held in Madison, but they have 70, 80 events in 1 week for Forward Fest. So attending those, you just meet people, you get a chance to bounce ideas off each other.
So like Q alluded to, we started what's called the Blueprint. So the Blueprint is a tech accelerator program. We break it down into 2 different parts. The boot camp, which is a weekend long, and then the cultivator, which is an 8-week course. So the boot camp, well, how it is, the application process went out in July of 2018. We selected the 40 companies to go through the boot camp, and during Hip Hop Week in August. The boot camp started the week after Labor Day, and actually we got some participants. Can we have the Blueprint boot camp participants stand up, please? Please. There we go. So the boot camp was a weekend long. We started out on Friday with the networking event, just so that the participants could get affiliated with the instructors and then get affiliated with themselves as well. And then Saturday, we really went all out. We taught from 10 to 3. Well, that was the scheduled time. We ended up going about 10 to 5. And then Sunday, we had who Q spoke on earlier, Miss Savitra Wilson. She came in and she was the speaker for our demo day. So at that point, we had the 40 businesses do their 30-second pitches in front of 130 community leaders, friends, family, and potential investors. From that 40, we selected 12 to participate in the 8-week-long cultivator course. So in the cultivator course, it was every Saturday from 10 to 3. Really dove into every section of the business model canvas. So we had outside resources. A lot of different instructors come in and talk to them and help sharpen their business tools. And the completion of that, we had, the prizes that were given out was first place was given, it was supposed to be $10,000, second place was $5,000, and then third place was $2,500, in addition to office space and what was the other prize? Office space?
Legal.
Oh, legal services, I'm sorry, office space and legal services. But after the selection committee came back, it was a really tight race, so we actually broke that second place prize into 3. So we had $10,000 and then 3 $2,500 winners. And in addition to that, we're very, very fortunate to have those companies graduate from that first cohort, and we're looking at having the next cohort start. Application is going to be starting February 1st. Yep, February 1st. So the applications will be opened and they'll close February 11th. So as you can see, this is a picture from our boot camp. It was held in our office on 4201 North 27th Street. It's the Century City Tower. So as you can see, this was the. Go ahead.
So I just wanted to add, I think one of the main things about the Blueprint and why I made it so successful so far is that everybody keeps working with each other in some type of capacity, some type of way. So I'm just gonna point it out really quickly. So Kenny, we're teaching audio tech at Golden Mayer. Monty just taught our Carbon Southeast. Dana, we're pitching a VC event to Northwestern Mutual on the 4th. Lakeisha was printing our stickers, still working with her. Jessica is in the back there. Anita is right there. So everybody is still kind of intact, and we keep moving forward. So that's the thing, is getting all the connections.
Yeah. Anita cut her hair.
Yes.
And I guess just to rewind a little bit, how the Blueprint came about. Back in fall of 2017, there was a huge tech event, and there was about 300 to 400 people in the room, but there were only 3 or 4 people who looked like us. So the word got back to Alderwoman Cox. Alderwoman Cox took it back to the city, and she was like, hey, we need to get some more people who look like me into these tech spaces. So she made some calls, some emails were sent out, and just off of some of the connections and resources that we had, we were in that we were able to be in that conversation. So we submitted the proposal, we presented it in front of the city bought in, and then we also had sponsors from Northwestern Mutual and the Milwaukee Institute as well. So I'm gonna read this, and then I'll let you guys read it, and then we'll let this kind of sink in. So 34 black female entrepreneurs raised over $1 million. Your son or daughter is more likely to become a professional entertainer or athlete than your son or daughter is to become a tech entrepreneur. So this is worldwide.
Ever. Not like last year.
This is like ever since there's been entrepreneurship.
In tech.
Yeah.
But doesn't that dictate to what you chose to do, or what you gravitate to in life? And doesn't that, when you do an analogy like that, doesn't that determine, what you like? Like some people don't care to, be a programmer. Some people just, because they grew up playing basketball or football or baseball, that's something that they want to do. Unless you have parents, that are tech savvy, then you might choose to go, down that road. So I can understand why they would, a person would probably want to be a sports star or sports player, over becoming a, tech guy.
And I hear you, but I think we could just go off of this number. 34 black female entrepreneurs. In a world, how many people are in the world? 7 billion. 7 billion.
Agree, and that was just to let people know and let you guys know that it does have to be a focus, as you said, on tech and on getting people into tech, because these can provide a lot more jobs and opportunities than. And we're not saying don't go to NBA and don't do those things, but oftentimes we tell people, hey, if it's like a little boy say, I want to go to NBA, what we tell them? But you're going to have a backup plan. So if we're thinking about pushing people in tech, we have to build that ecosystem the same way we have an ecosystem around basketball, etc., to make sure that they are successful in getting there.
We need to have more publicity about it, because I honestly did want to be a computer programmer growing up, but my first semester at school, I just felt completely out of place, so I quit. So it can be done, it just needs to be more people encouraging it. Because if I had encouragement, I probably would have stayed.
It's not too late.
So we just wanted to put this on people's brains as a foresight to the next one. So again, Savitra came to Milwaukee, and I think one thing that she emphasized was that make money and then use your money to give back. I think that was like her most pressing thing. You can't have your nonprofit, and that's good, but make money so that you can fund your nonprofit, and that's what she's been doing. And so again, as Khalif alluded, we'll have applications opening February 1st for the next cohort. They'll close at the end of the month. And then again, these are some of the people that went through. And as you can see in there. And very quickly before we end, we're going to, we got a minute and 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Can we have one of the blueprint? Miss Anita?
What do we?
Because Taisha will talk later.
To do what?
Come talk about your blueprint experience.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah. Okay. So good morning still, everyone. My name is Anita Mogaka, and I'm the founder and community narrator of a digital media platform called The Be Narrative, which is the Black Excellence and Empowerment Narrative. And so basically where the idea of this came from is I'm from Minnesota, but I came to UWM for school, and I realized that a lot of the negative perceptions of Milwaukee was all that was getting attention. And so here I am as a new student at UW Milwaukee, and I love Milwaukee. I love the people I'm meeting. I love the things that I'm doing, and I wanted to build a platform that showcases that so we can build that inspiration. Like you said, if you were to see someone who was doing computer programming, that would have helped you stick to that. So I want to create that positive narrative and help change the narrative of Milwaukee by showing those positive perceptions. And so my experience in the Blueprint was really new because I started my company right before I applied. And so I didn't have an existing company. And using the business model canvas that Khalif and Q showed you, I was able to really break down the components of my business and to be able to package it in a way that was marketable. And then throughout this process as well, I was able to create my brand, meet different key resources from our presenters who are in the program to the cohort members who I still interact with to this day, like they mentioned. And overall, it was a really great experience for me to be able to just hone in on my business with a community that's also focused on excelling in their businesses as well. And so overall, I would say it doesn't matter what stage of business you're in, from the inception stage all the way to if you're ready to probably sell it, this is a great program for you because it will really equip you with the resources that you need to be able to do that. So yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So since everybody has Twitter fingers, if you guys can, if you have either Twitter or Instagram, please thank Alderwoman Cox for this. So like, take your phones out now.
She's very active on Facebook as well.
Yep. And so, Alderwoman Cox, this is her Twitter, this is her Instagram, but just tag her in it and thank her for hosting such a dynamic event.